Hello everybody and welcome to a new Ylocks year. My name is Jibin Joseph and I'm here to help you guys out with your 7th grade math. So let's start with number 1. So negative 4/9 plus 1 over 1/4. So how do you guys do this? Well, first, let's combine these to make improper fractions. So this would be negative 4/9 plus 5 times 1 is 5 plus 4 is 9 over 5. So we can't just add these like this because they don't have the same base or the same denominator. So what is the closest factor that these two share? Or the nearest multiple that these two share? It was 45. So you want to multiply the negative 4/9 by 5 to get negative 20 over 45 plus 9/5 times 9, which is plus 81 over 45. And that should equal around 61 over 45. And then once you turn that into a mixed number, you'd get 1 and 16 over 45. Alright, let's do number 4. So for this one, it's negative 18 plus negative 12 plus negative 19. So don't let this fool you guys. So negative 18 plus negative 12 is basically the same thing as negative 18 minus 12. So negative 18 minus 12 is 8, 10, and then negative 1 minus 1 is going to be 30. So your answer is negative 30 minus 19. So negative 30 minus 19 is equal to negative 49. So your answer for this one is negative 49. Alright, so now let's move on to subtracting real numbers and to find the difference. So let's start with number 1. 1/2 minus 5/6. So first you're going to want to find the common denominator. So 1/2 times 3 will equal 3/6 and then minus 5/6. So then 3 minus 5 is equal to negative 2 over 6. And then you can simplify this. So negative 2/6 simplifies to negative 1/3. Alright, now let's do number 6. So negative z plus y minus x minus negative 2.4. So the x is equal to 3.6, y is equal to 6.6, and z is equal to negative 11. So first you're going to want to plug in the values into each variable. So negative z, you do negative, z is negative 11, plus y, which is 6.6, minus x, which is 3.6, and then minus negative 24, minus 2.4, my bad guys. So now you're going to want to simplify this further. So negative times negative 11 is going to be positive 11, plus 6.6, minus 3.6, and then two negatives make a positive, so it'll be plus 2.4. So here what we can do is, first let's subtract those. So you can do 11 plus 6.6 minus 3.6, which is 3. 11 plus 3 plus 2.4. And then once you add this up, 11 plus 3 plus 2.4 is equal to 16.4. Alright, let's move on to the next question, where we're multiplying real numbers this time. So find the product. So let's do number 2. Negative 9 times negative 10. And you guys are in 7th grade. I know you guys know your multiplication table. So you guys know 9 times 10 is 90. Well, a negative times a negative makes a positive. So negative 9 times negative 10 is equal to 90 as well. And then let's do number 6. xy minus 5.4. where x is equal to negative 2 and y is equal to 3.6. So x is equal to negative 2, y is equal to 3.6, and minus 5.4. So negative 2 times 3.6 is equal to, well, let's do it. 3.6 times 2. That's going to be negative 2. So 6 times 2 is 12. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Move the decimal, and then have the negative. Add the negative. So you get negative 7.2 minus 5.4, and then you could do negative 7.2 minus 5.4, which is equal to 12 minus 4 is 8, 6 minus 5 is 1, 1.8. Oops. I made a mistake here, guys. Make sure you guys don't do that. So when you're subtracting two negatives, remember that when you're subtracting negatives, you're basically adding them. So 7.2 plus 5.4. So 4.2, 4 plus 2 is 6. 7 plus 5 is 12. Add the decimal. So you get 12.6. So, and then add the negative, so your answer is a negative 12.6. Make sure you remember, a negative minus a negative, you're adding the negative, so it won't be positive. So let's move on to dividing real numbers. So we're going to find the quotient. So let's do number 2. So 8 divided by negative 4, 11. So another way to write 8 is 8 over 1. And when you're dividing something, you're basically multiplying by the reciprocal. So 8 over 1 times negative 4, 11. Or negative 11 over 4 times negative 11 over 4. So then we could also factor some stuff out. So you could factor the 4 for 1, 8 for 2. And then once you multiply, you should get negative 22. All right. So now, what should we do? We'll do number 6. So negative 24a minus 10 divided by 8. So now don't let these variables fool you or scare you, because they're just variables. They're not too bad. So you could rewrite this as negative 24a divided by negative 8. And then we could do plus negative 10 over negative 8, because we're just splitting up the fraction. So negative 24a divided by 8. Well, what's 24 divided by 8? That's 3. So that will equal 3a plus negative 10 divided by negative 8. Well, that's just 5 over 4. So 3a plus 5/4. And then if you want to leave it as a mixed number, you could do 3a plus 1/4. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Order square roots and real numbers. So, let's see. We'll do, let's do number 2. So, let's see what to do. Alright, so we're going to order the square roots and the real numbers. So, which one of these are the square roots and real numbers? So, square roots, of course, are, well, square roots. They're this side. That's the square root side. So which one of these in number 2 are square roots? Well, that'd be 8, square root of 8, and square root of 6. Those are square roots. And then we can look at real numbers. Real numbers are stuff that aren't derooted. So examples of these would be negative 2/5, negative 1, and 0.6. Pretty self-explanatory. So now let's move on to solving for square roots. So let's do number 2. So square root of x over 5 minus 17 when x is equal to 25. So let's do square root of 25 over 5 minus 17. So the square root is basically saying what times what is equal to 25. Well, if you remember our multiplication tables, we know that 5 times 5 is equal to 25. So this would be 5 over 5 minus 17. And 5 divided by 5 is equal to 1, so that'd be 1 minus 17. And 1 minus 17 is equal to negative 16. So your answer for this would be negative 16. So, as this is like one of our first little worksheets that we're going to do, I feel like I'll do one word problem. It'll be quite an easy one. So the equation W equals 4B represents the weight W reflected by the number of bags B. How much does the bags weigh? Well, if the equation is showing that W is equal to 4B, that means that the total weight is equal to 4, which is the weight of the bag, and then B, the amount of bags. So if 4 is just the weight of one bag, then the bag weighs 4 pounds. Alright. Even though it doesn't explicitly say 4, or it's in pounds, we could just assume it's in pounds. So the answer is 4 pounds. So I think that's enough for today, boys and girls. You guys worked really hard. Have a good day.